Hmm. Dude, that actually really fucking sucks, man. Fuck. Man, fuck me. Let me see this guy set again. Why does everyone say it's not fucking possible, man? There's gotta be someone that can do this for me. The hell? How many things do I have right now? Let me look. I'm so fucking bored right now, man. We look at dude.
All right, guys, so Honor of Kings World has just launched in China, and today is officially day 1. I'm around 6+ hours or so, roughly, give or take, and I thought I would give my early thoughts on it because a lot of you guys have been asking, and we'll probably continue to ask. Right out the gate, I gotta say, again, specifically when it comes to the first 6 or so hours, so this is not an endgame review, I would probably give this an A-. I was actually pretty surprised. My expectations were pretty low going into this. It almost felt like another... I don't know, just from the trailers, to me, it kind of looked like a Genshin-like game that wasn't anime, just using the Honor of Kings IP, but after playing it, yeah, the game is actually pretty damn good, at least so far. My opinions on the game is obviously subject to change depending on how the end game goes and what's beyond 6 hours. There's only so much you can know within the first 6 hours, but those first 6 hours were really good. The combat was very solid. Before we get into that, for those of you who are not familiar with what this game is, we should probably start there. A lot of people were talking about this game being an MMORPG. This is not an MMORPG. This is definitely an MMORPG hybrid, so definitely expect to hear a lot of comparisons to Where Winds Meet. To me, this feels more like a hybrid between MMORPGs and Genshin-like games, like Wuthering Waves or even Crystal of Atlan to a certain degree, right? It almost feels like the world design and game packaging is kind of on par or similar to those Genshin-like games, but the game content is more of like an MMORPG. You are not going to see hundreds and thousands of people on the screen. In fact, I'm pretty sure you're limited to only being able to see 22 or so. Or Where Winds Meet is a game where you play single player and you have MMO elements, so it's more like a single player action RPG fused with an MMORPG. So there's a lot of like solo instances and stuff. In this game, as you're going through your MSQ, you are doing it primarily solo. I mean, you are in MMOs as well, right? But as far as like a single player mode goes, that's non-existent. This is an online game, and I'm out in the world right now. This is online. If a player comes to this area right now, you will see him. I'm kind of like at a different area here, but like I said, the way it's layered, I don't know how it's layered exactly, but it's layered in such a way where you're not going to see like a ton of people, but you do see a decent amount of people. I was actually kind of surprised, and the way they've done it is kind of interesting because everyone is actually within their own world, but you can see each other's worlds, but you can't interact with it. For example, this deer in the background, if I interact with it, if I kill it or something, if you're in a different world but you see me, you wouldn't be able to mess with my mobs. So it's like the mobs I see on my screen are actually mine, and we won't share them, but we can still see each other and we're sharing the world, if that makes sense. It's kind of a weird system, but obviously if we're in the same party, we're gonna be sharing mobs. So yeah, I'm gonna go into more detail with a lot of these systems after 20 hours. I do plan on making a more in-depth review on this game, so definitely sub to the channel if you are not sub to the channel already and you want to hear that. But yeah, the game packaging, the world really does feel like just a very large version of those Genshin-like games with MMO content. And to give you an idea as to the scope of this thing, I'm just right here. This is a region, right? I zoom out, there are more regions here, and as I zoom out, this is like these turn out to be like sub-regions within a big region.
Shit.
Yeah, right, as you can see, the world is really big. It's gonna take a while to get through everything.
Dude, you know, I think the world is so big, they probably use AI. That is fucking insane how big that world is. It's 100% AI generated, by the way. I think it's actually bigger than the Where Winds Meet. That's insane as shit. And that's on release. Okay, so these games, I actually wonder how it's still so expensive to make MMORPGs if people can just use AI to make a lot of shit. It's obvious they use AI. Like, there is literally no way the world is just this big.
And that's great, right? I think in that sense, it feels a little bit more MMO-y, I guess, because it is a large, vast world. Graphically, the game looks fantastic. It looks really good. I'm not sure how the video is going to capture this, but visually, you definitely feel that polish. And not only graphically, when it comes to the polish level, you feel that AAA polish throughout the entire game. Honor of Kings, if you're not familiar, is actually a huge flagship title for Tencent, who's the mother company behind this, or the only company behind this, rather. And Honor of Kings is a mobile MOBA game, right? But they are very successful. I've seen some people in the comment section be like, Honor of Kings is not successful. Yeah, it's not that popular in the US, but in Asia, it's very big. It was very big. I think it still is very big. So this is, I can after playing this game, it kind of makes sense, right? Hindsight is 2020. Tencent put a lot of money into this because this is a big title for them in China with Honor of Kings, and they definitely, from a polish perspective, delivered. Actually, there goes someone in the background. This is kind of how players appear. You kind of see their silhouettes. It's a very interesting system. I've actually never seen it done this way, but from a performance perspective, it definitely works. It definitely makes the game less laggy. Sorry, I don't really have a script in front of me, so I'm just kind of giving, again, my early thoughts on this whole thing. Combat was something that a lot of people have been asking about. I'm going to go into detail with the combat in the follow-up video to this. But the combat is pretty good. It's different from Crystal of Atlan, but it almost kind of reminded me of Crystal of Atlan a little bit with like different super armors and stuff like that you have to pay attention to. Very easy to pick up, right? I've got 3 base skills here. And this game relies heavily on a combo system. Like that skill right there, after I land that skill, it actually can change my left mouse button. So let me give you an example here, actually. Let me go to this, I think I saw something here. So I'm going to use my E.
I mean, it has combos. Yeah, it's basically just Where Winds Meet. It is what I get from this game. But like, I think that's how a lot of like future games are going to be nowadays, though. A lot of them just could be like Where Winds Meet because Where Winds Meet is cheaper to make, and also will make more money. Bro, this fucking fluid is so fucking OP, man. Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention. Oops.
ability, and after I use my E ability, if I use my left mouse ability, there's a little dash there, right? My regular left mouse button ability, it's a different skill. It kind of looks the same, or if I perfect dash, that also procs that little dash skill. And with this class specifically, after I use the skill, again, I'm gonna use this, and then it's gonna proc that dash skill. And then I have a little golden, I don't know if you caught that was really quick, but I have a little golden aura, or line, or circle that appears after my character, after I use what's called an enhanced attack, which an enhanced attack is your basic attack after you dodge, so that's enhanced, but that right there, gosh, it's so hard to show you in real time as I'm trying to explain this, but it just essentially combos into another ability, okay? And like I said, I will go a little bit more into detail on this type of thing, or on all of these systems in my follow-up video, but the point that I'm making is that the combat is very, very easy to understand and to get into, I guess, early on, but I can clearly tell that it's not just brain dead, smash all of your keys, left mouse button. There's going to definitely be a significant difference between someone that knows what he's doing in damage and someone that doesn't know what he's doing. The skill ceiling is definitely a little bit higher compared to, well, I don't have a lot of experience with other Genshin like games, but the skill ceiling is definitely not low within this game. And I think you're going to see that a lot in PvP. If you like Crystal of Atlan PvP, if you like Where Winds Meet PvP, you will definitely hear a lot of comparisons to Where Winds Meet in this game. If you like these games for their arena, then you're going to really like the arena in this game, because the 1v1s, when it comes to the PvP content, right, you have balanced 1v1s, balanced 4v4s. This is like almost like an Overwatch escort payload pushing game type, and then you've got non-gear balanced 1v1s as well. It really did remind me of Where Winds Meet 1v1s and Crystal of Atlan 1v1s, in the sense that, you know, you're repeatedly comboing and dodging and parrying and punishing and telegraphing, all of these different things, right? It's actually quite fun, and you can access this content very early on. And of course, there are like rankings and stuff as well. And on top of that, if you're more of a PvE, Andy, I gotta say, I'm only level 15, and so far, just from the early game bosses that I've experienced, the fights are pretty good. And I don't know, my expectation levels were pretty low coming into this game, but now after seeing these early story boss fights, my expectation levels for some of these end game dungeons and raids are starting to go a lot higher, to the point where I kind of feel like I might be low-key disappointed. All in all, the early first 6 hours of gameplay experience, I felt like they streamlined it pretty well. The game wasn't overwhelming. They did a pretty good job introducing all the game systems and the combat and all of these things. I feel like they streamlined that pretty well. The onboarding for new players essentially was pretty decent. I've not hit any walls yet after 6 hours. I mean, walls in the sense that MSQ walls. So for whatever reason, a lot of Chinese games are like, you cannot continue the MSQ for another 24 hours after playing the game for like 3 hours. This game, I haven't seen that yet after like 6 hours or so. So, you know, maybe it still exists. Take that with a grain of salt. Monetization-wise, a lot of people are going to be asking, is this game pay to win? It seems like it's relatively similar to Do It Night Abyss or even Where Winds Meet, where there is gacha, but the gacha is strictly cosmetic. You got a couple of banners here, and as far as I can tell, everything is cosmetic. And I will say, as someone who has pulled on Where Winds Meet banners, it is way cheaper than Where Winds Meet, the gacha in this game, that is. So that's pretty good. I think some people will probably talk.
Interesting.
About the fact that you can unlock these classes. So right here, right below my camera.
Okay, so let me actually, hold up, make a post on this real quick. Equalized. Fully monetized, like Where Winds Meets. Let me make, okay, so it's also, okay, what else? So it, the classes are more fantasy, unlike, it's, what else? What would this guy say? I mean, newer players for a couple days, I found the missing that goes plays are core. Why, like, why is that thing? Because they're retarded. Yep. That manages this game is stupid as fuck. That's basically it. Dream mode is the biggest chore to do for a game with make flipping RTA. I don't understand why gear groups are abundant. You can make multiple teams. Perfect. I'm not spending anymore until I see Path Annie, and that'll basically determine if the game will EOS to me. Okay, what else about Honor of Kings? Servers. What else? Every world is different. There's a limited number of players per flow domain. This is similar to layers. World of Warcraft. Oh. Okay, what else? There's world levels, just like Rowan's meets. What else? Actually, we can all listen to his
These are different classes. So this is the Power of Time class. This is the Mech Rights class. And these you'll have to unlock via playing, or you can pay money to unlock them as well. So I really don't think that's a big deal because, yeah, just, you know, if you want to play it day one, sure, but it's really not going to be that difficult to unlock these classes. Unless there are like a couple that are, no, I think one person said maybe one class is locked behind a paywall and everything else is relatively easy to unlock. But let me know in the comment section below if you can confirm or deny that claim. But there is no pay for power in this game, so that's awesome. That's fantastic. So yeah, overall, I am pretty impressed with this game. Was this some revolutionary experience where I'm just like, holy shit, this game blew me away? Absolutely not. But at least within the first 6 hours, it did a lot of things right. In fact, my only gripe with the game, or the only area where I would say it wasn't at like an A grade, would be obviously the UX, the UI. But even this, for those, you know, Genshin-like games, the UI isn't bad. I think the UI UX in this game is certainly better than Where Winds Meet. That game is just, the UX in that game is just very convoluted. Fantastic game, but the UX really gets me. This one, obviously, you still have that like mobile controller friendly UI, although I don't think this game is actually available for mobile. It'll probably be available for mobile later. That would be my guess. But as of now, I don't think there's a mobile client for it. But it's not too bad. It's not overwhelming, you know, but it is in line with that. So this is, the UI UX is probably the only thing that I think is lacking. You know, every other area I feel like they delivered. Again, for an MMO hybrid. So if you're looking for like a Crimson Desert sandbox, just, you know, so many layers, so much depth to the game, this is not that game. You're definitely going to be disappointed. But if I am looking at this from the lens of, okay,
I
MMO
haven't
hybrid,
played
trying
it
to use
yet
Genshin-like games with MMO
because
games, for
currently
what it
it's
is,
hard
yeah,
to
I
get
feel
on
pretty good about giving it
the
an A-. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts, at least up to this stage of the game. Let me know your thoughts. Is this a game you're looking forward to? Is this slop to you? Personally, after playing this, I think I'm definitely going to be investing a lot more hours. I need to see what's at the end game. See you guys in the next video.
There's that. All right. Bro, can I get a fucking queue? Dude, I think I've been queuing up for like over a week and I haven't gotten a single fucking queue in this game yet. Holy shit, what time do I have to play? Seriously, what time do I have to play to get a fucking queue in this game? Seriously. Let's go to Billy. Bro, my fucking Billy account got logged out. A fucking cancer, by the way. Let me go. I want to see some, That's, oh god, that's me. Okay, where's I need to go. Okay, so, honor of... Okay. Wait, what? Here we go. Honor King's World. All right, here we go. Let's see this. What are people doing in this game right now? I need to see the gearing, because if the gearing is just like this game, it's GG. I mean, there has got to be like an actual good progression system. Like this is where this game, that is where this game completely falls flat, and that's why people don't really log in anymore. I need to see Diamond 1. Wait, this person's Diamond. That's got to be a higher rank, no? Yeah, this guy's Diamond 1. Wait, how good is this guy? There's bands! Oh my god, that's actually fucking base. Wait, I gotta add that to the thing. Hold up, I gotta add that to the thing. There's fucking bands. That's so good for the game. What's this guy play?
少打一个亿。
I wonder why everyone plays the Mel. I want to play the dagger bitch, but maybe this is already the fucking. I mean, I think this is already the meta. Yeah, there's already a meta. That's crazy. It's double Mel. These two Mel classes that are picked every game. I mean, the combat doesn't really look that good. It looks completely
鸡贼给我秒了。我的妈！
Legitimately, everyone is doing PvP, by the way. And that's everyone is just doing PvP. You're saying the dagger bitch that I want to play. This guy, it looks like everyone is diamond. It looks like it's easy to climb in. Everyone that is streaming this shit is fucking diamond. So it looks like it's like whereas you just played, you get like high rank, I guess, but there's probably like a mythic where that basically determines actually how good you are. So they're doing the ice bitch, but actually, it's because she didn't get banned. This game definitely looks easier than Warriors Meet, though. I think it looks way easier. 嗯。Oh my god, wait, what? Oh, hell nah. That's what people are talking about right now.
我方选择共鸣。
嗯。
飞得更快。
妙妙屋有经验，
妙屋呢？妙屋他做完了。
不是啊，是几只？25只。
妙屋呢？
这边加罗跟骑士啊，
那样子我一直在冲创
士。
阻止驻区选手。
幻冰不是上次他应该是冲到了呀，创始人排名。
这次创始人排名比上次好多了，上次是整个版本，这次是只有1个月。
万象棋我玩的比世界好，你知道吗？我好歹是参加比赛的，我的这个实力要比我在世界里面的排名要高。
他怎么切半天切不动这个 C 啊？这个木兰，
要
哦，这是药啊。
31、27、29、31吧，好像是。
等等我，右方已被击败。
不过操作秀我一脸。王者万象棋才是企鹅的流量爆款。定位不一样，定位不一样。万象棋它的定位就跟它其实是跟金铲铲去打一个赛道嘛，自走棋的赛道嘛。它比较像那种棋牌、卡牌类的游戏。上次冲，这次没空了。幻冰最近怎么还是
这样躲啊
？4个账号一梦江湖吗？
Ooh, wait.
快来OPS 聊天，不要打字了。我知道你在做任务。
突进，休想逃！贯穿，
快来聊天。
我指令。
所向披靡。
怎么给我杀了？
2连击破。驻区选手。
这个药怎么感觉在
万象棋恐怕很难抢得过云顶和铲子。本来铲子就是腾讯反正不掉万象棋，当然不是啊，一个是英雄联盟的自走棋，一个是王者荣耀自走棋，当然有必要做的。你看王者荣耀跟英雄联盟现在不也是各自都混得很好吗？
天下无双。
Hello everyone, today I'm going to explain the dual class system in Honor of Kings World. So you control 2 types of weapons per your main character. Right now I have the dual daggers equipped, and I have the archer weapon equipped. But a lot of people have been complaining is that they don't want to play these heroes. So like the dual daggers is locked onto this specific female hero, and the archer is locked to this specific female hero. So you can actually turn this off if you go to pressing escape, and then we go to our cosmetic section, and we go to our, over here, metamorph, turn off the skin, dual dagger class, turn off the skin. I still have the weapon skin equipped, but that's okay. And this is our main character right here. So our main character, if we go back to outside the menus, you can see that our main character, every time we swap characters, we are still our main character. So our main character is fully customizable, and some of us just want to enjoy our main character, and like, you know, we spend hours customizing our character, which is a good thing because the game actually offers a lot of outfits for your main character. Let's see if you got customization. You can see you can unlock some outfits for free, and this one is a gacha outfit. Yes, there's gacha in this game. Gacha is mostly cosmetics right now. So we got some outfits for the female here. This one is a PvP. If you reach diamond in PvP, you can get this outfit with 20 tokens for PvP, which is pretty easy if you play a lot.
Wow. Okay, so they have ranked skins. You actually get rewarded for playing ranked. Wow.
We have this outfit right here. This one is also gacha. You can see that gacha here. I'll show you guys real quick. I've been trying to pull the outfit, but I haven't unlocked to view the male version too. I'll show you guys what's in the gacha after this animation. So you can see that
That male outfit looks fucking good.
And then the super premium gacha. This is an outfit for Novar. He is also one of the heroes in the game. You can see that there is more cosmetics in the only purely cosmetics. And then view female. Very nice looking. I really want the skin, but I don't know how much it's gonna cost me. So this skin comes with like the border icon, unique emotes. Oh, okay, so pretty cool, right? So this is what's in the gacha. All right, now let me show you guys what else is in the store. We have, well, we don't want to die anything right now. Oh yeah, I do want to equip my characters back to normal, so let me equip the skin, and also this is a premium skin for my character right now. But if you want to unlock the default skin, you can do so for free, depending on, like for her, we click up here. If you want to unlock her skin, perform a counter attack after a perfect dodge 30 times. So if you do this 30 times, you will get her default skin that you can equip instead of the premium one. So if you don't have the premium one, your character is going to be stuck with the main character look for now. Alright, so that should be it with the cosmetic part section. Now let me explain the different kind of like the job system, right? So I told you earlier in the beginning of the video that this game uses a dual job system. So we have the first job and second job, or dual weapon. So if you want to switch to Primal Flow is the starter class, which is a longsword, and then we'll swap our second job to, like, let's say the healer girl right here. Okay, then we escape out. Now you'll see that our skills on the bottom right has changed. We have the healer class right here, and then press tab, this is our main character shop, longsword, pretty good in PvP, I would say. And that's it. And then we can go to our flow styles, and then you can also level these up, right? So there's the talent flows, upgrade your skill, you can upgrade your characters, and then you upgrade their weapon, and then you upgrade your gear. Or
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the progression. You just upgrade skills.
upgrade your characters, and then you upgrade their weapon, and then you upgrade your gear, or equip gear, and stuff like that. So that's the only progression when it comes to character-wise. For now, there is leveling up your skills, and then weapon, and then finding gear out in the open world. So let me swap back to my favorite character so far, Scarlet Waltz and Demon Bane Arrows. So some of these characters are unlocked for free, or like I think around 6 to 8 characters are free, then 2 have to be purchased from the store. I think the character that you're looking at right now is only purchasable in the market. So that is how the character system works in Honor of Kings World. So you can unlock some heroes for free, and then some you have to purchase, and some are through events. Or you can get the Archer Girl for faster for free in the Battle Pass. If you get the Battle Pass, you can get the skin for her, the Archer Garo. And let's look at the store. So you already saw that they are selling gacha outfits in the store. You can also purchase the character directly, which I did with this one. This character you can get for free early on the first day. He's a very, very good, powerful character, especially for PvP. And then you have the premium skins for your heroes. So these are the heroes.
So yeah, it seems like he's not. This guy's obviously he's not retarded. Like those are the 2 characters that he just said are literally the most meta characters in the fucking game, from what I've seen on Bilibili.
Right. Yeah, hero skins for him, and then Kaiser's hero skin. Wow.
That looks fucking sick.
Out of his ultimate, he does that. Whoa. Okay, so you have some really nice looking skins for the characters there. One thing worth mentioning is that you can actually farm these skins for free, because these things are rewarded from main story, quests, events, exploration. So if you want to be a free-to-play player, you can just buy the skin outright with like free-to-play gems.
Okay, add that.
But if you want to spend money, you could use this up here in the top right, which is a premium gem currency. So more outfits for our main character. And this is a, I think this is a hoverboard mount. Then we have our daily pass, or daily login gem purchase. And then we have some character makeup stuff. I'm not sure what these are. I think they're just like random emotes. And then this is the pity shop, so whenever you fail the pity, you get like stuff to roll. Got some emotes. I think these are group emotes. That's pretty cute. So you get some group emotes. If you're a friend or want to do some romance. Well, romance, wow, she's a strong woman. Romancing, yeah, you can do that in the game. And then the purchase stuff is over here. I feel like most of the stuff is not too expensive. But yeah, so that pretty much covers our stuff. I don't think I forgot anything else, right? I covered the character swap. We got the bracers. The bracer is like your character system. You also have a guardian system right here. You can equip like a random Pokemon summon combat, and you have your character trees over here. So these are unlocked later on. You get more stamina, climbing, enables climbing. Your hoverboard, you could do more stuff. Your hoverboard, like trick stuff, enables you to deliver a finishing blow when the enemy's health is low. Like, oh, okay, so later on you can like do a finisher on enemies. Pretty cool. So the main concern that people are saying is like, oh, they don't want to be stuck playing a specific hero type, right? Maybe they don't want to play a male character, or they don't want to play a female character. They just want to play their MC or main character. You can do that. You don't need to worry about the hero thing. I think another thing people are also worried about is like, oh, they don't want to play 4 characters at once, like Genshin Impact and all that stuff. To be honest, I think this the cosmetic look on your character can be a little bit of a nerf in PvP, because you can see what your character's weapon is from far away, right? You can be like, oh, they're this character, so you can be like, disadvantage. But it's alright though. So that should be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick preview of like clarifying things with the character. I will see you guys all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.
Bidoof made a honest review. Bro, this guy plays Blue Protocol Star Resonance. I mean, you better not say this game is terrible, because Blue Protocol Star Resonance is like one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. Okay, is it even... Can I even call it a game? I think calling it a fucking game is disingenuous, or disingenuous to fucking actual games. Blue Protocol Star Resonance is fucking terrible.
Hey, this is Bidoof with an early quick review of Honor of Kings World. I'm cutting the BS and going straight into how I feel. I'm currently playing the official China launch. No idea when Global's coming, but probably soon, since they have alpha recruitment on their official English website. I'll critique this from 2 different perspectives, as an MMO fan and as an RPG fan. This is important because depending on what your interest is, the game may be a hit or miss for you. So to start, I'm going to start talking about it from the perspective of an MMO player. Okay, we have to stop calling this game an MMO. As someone that has played countless MMOs,
Sure.
thousands of hours in a few of them, this is not a real MMO. What I mean by real is that it's the same song and dance we had with another game called Where Winds Meet. The majority, myself included, got upset that we were baited into believing from other content creators and friends that this is MMO. It's not. It's a glorified East Asia online multiplayer co-op game, heavily emphasis on RPG and the co-op aspects. Most content you run with other people can only be ran with up to 4 players, besides like, 4v4 PvP. Also, you're limited in seeing less than 30 people at a single time. You can do small social interactions with others, sure, but it's not really the bulk of the game. If you are not in a town, other players appear like phantoms or ghosts in your world. They can't interact with your instance, but they can appear side by side near you. It's like an illusion that you are not alone. This is not enough to call this MMO. It's like saying orange juice is real orange juice just because it's made of 1% oranges. It's like saying Dark Souls can be MMO because you can permanently see other people's phantoms while you're traveling in the open world there, and it has a small chat box. You know, every Chinese friend I've talked to about this game calls it a Where's Winds Meet and not an MMO, and I have to agree after playing it. Now, I haven't reached endgame with Honor of Kings Worlds, so it has potential being different later. I'll update my MMO review of it if it does change. Otherwise, this review is standard to what you'll expect from the beginning to end of this game. If you're trying to play this game because you want an MMO experience, then I'm afraid that you're gonna have to look somewhere else, man. If I was rating this as MMO, I would have rated this as a 3 out of 10, man. Avoid this game if you're looking for MMOs to scratch your thirst for a good modern MMO. Now, I did say that there's two perspectives. Both perspectives are drastically different. Now I'm gonna start changing it up. I'm gonna start critiquing it in the aspect of the RPG element that it has. If you're looking for RPG that's free, then this is a pretty good game. For absolutely $0, you are receiving dozens or even hundreds of hours of content. The graphics are nice in my eyes. I've heard mostly positive reviews about the graphics. Some disagree though, and it reminds me of something out of Genshin, which I guess is bad for some people. My theory is that it probably has something to do with the UI. The UI seems too mobile-like, but that's not necessarily a horrible thing, but many would probably not like it. PC performance-wise, it's really good actually. I'm running on a 12th gen Intel CPU and RTX 3070 Ti on max settings while streaming. At 60 FPS, I'm only using about half my CPU and GPU resources while having consistent FPS in and out of combat. The combat is flashy and pretty fun. I'm sucker to games that have a perfect dodge and reward you for reading and reacting to enemy telegraphs and patterns. The controls for the combat, specifically when you're trying to combo, feels a little off at times, but maybe it's just me trying to learn and they change later on. For example, when you're using the first hero that uses a hammer, sword, and disc-like skills, you button mash it like for the first 3 buttons in your combo, and then you have to pause and then you have to wait for the 4th combo. It feels pretty awkward. There are other classes that seem easier to play. For instance, I tried the hero with the bow, and the rotation was much easier. Mainly just press 3 buttons. No precise timing whatsoever, then you swap to another class. Very, very easy. For the story, I'm not really big into the story, I'll be honest, but I've heard others what they think about it. Also, this is the spoiler part. So if you want to mute this segment of the video, you're more welcome to. It's only going to be 5 seconds. So I heard the story is not that good from Chinese players. I do like the graphics and animations of cutscenes, however. Okay, end of spoilers, guys. There's other activities such as exploration, PvP, and housing. Exploration can get a little stale, but it's a nice, relaxing activity, actually, just overall. I'm not a fan of the PvP in games, so I won't really critique it on that or criticize the PvP, but it's there. Keep in mind, though, that I didn't see the PvP rewards. You do get currency that you use to buy more heroes. Oh yeah, and every class is technically a hero. While every hero you can earn by playing the game, some can also be bought with real-life currency. Kind of like a skip progression. Not sure yet how bad this will be later on, as we're showered with so many one-time rewards where you really don't need, you don't have a need to swipe yet. The monetization overall is like where Winds Meet, although there isn't like a shit that costs 10 grand like where Winds Meet. It has many Lunar and also cool cosmetics that normally cost a couple hundred to acquire, maybe even more. It also has a season pass and monthly subscription. The season pass has a free and paid for track. The paid version, I mean, we all know, has much more resources to it, but it also comes with a hero that you can only currently get from the season pass, the paid for version. But I heard that after the season pass ends, you can acquire it later as a free to play. I've seen some reviews criticizing the game for being a quote another generic Asian game, but I think that's global, just being too harsh on games coming from the East that also have a gacha system to it. I don't believe they innovated much, but lacking innovation doesn't necessarily mean a game is bad, but it can get kind of tiring. So if I was looking for RPG, I would rate this somewhere around a mid 7 out of 10. To recap, graphics, combat style.
Yeah, bro, it looks like just like Where Winds Meet. It's fucking lame.
What do you get when you mix a popular anime franchise with an open world gacha formula? The answer is that the game is just okay. You might imagine my surprise when I found out there was a new contender to the open world gacha game market, and it's one that's based on an existing IP. Since it's launching into a world that's already getting increasingly saturated and the bar for quality keeps getting raised, does this game have a shot at breaking in? My name is Psyche, and I played 7 Deadly Sins Origin for around a week to let you know of its pros and cons. While the title and opening of the video paints a fairly negative outlook, there were some things I liked. So let's see if this new title in the niche whose bar of quality has been raised significantly in the past couple years.
Bro, I spent this whole stream just trying to find a Perception Forest game, and I didn't find a single game. What the fuck? It's also Sunday. The Steam charts for this game are obviously fake, by the way. Dear God. Those numbers are obviously fake. You cannot tell me there is no one queuing at all for this mode. They even filled this mode with bots. And I'm the lowest rank in the game. Bro, what? What else are people doing in the game? What the fuck? Bruh.
has any potential. So a bit of interesting trivia. This game was first teased in early 2022, so it's actually been more than 4 years since it was announced. The original trailer was extremely well received. If you look at the franchise overall, it used to have a pretty big following, where in the Western anime fanbase, the original anime series ranks number 33 of all time in popularity, according to My Anime List. There were 2 movies that came out in 2021, so the first teaser trailer was sort of meant to ride the hype train to get a lot of people on board, given that Genshin already demonstrated there was a big audience for games like this. Well, guess they couldn't wait for more competition to enter the market, but it does look like they're a couple years late to the party. Speaking of which, if you look closely, this was announced before Tower Fantasy, Wuthering Waves, and Enfield were in the market. In 2026, though, things are a little different now. You don't only have Genshin to compete with, but all of these monsters that are already way ahead of the curve. I'm one to want as many open world gachas to succeed as they can, but I also believe in critiquing things more objectively and forming an opinion on whether or not the game is worth getting into. As such, since it's directly competing in the open world niche, I will be making comparisons to other open world giants that are already
This game is terrible.
Also,
like, Seven Deadly Sins Origins is so fucking bad. That shit was hot garbage when I played it, bro. It was so fucking buggy. And the optimization was absolutely dog shit. Definitely one of the worst games I've played that's a gacha game, 100%. Alright, what do I get? Who am I gonna get from the MLB? Or ML5? Who am I gonna get? Are you fucking kidding me? That is so unlucky. Oh my god. Oh, that's really unlucky. Wow.